Let's make some gumbo. I've been making this recipe for my meal prep all month, and here's what I got to show for you today. It's a great combination. We have got some andouille sausage with nice vegetables in there, real thick, creamy base of rice and broth, topped with chicken breast. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it all week long. Let's show you how to make it. First thing we're gonna do is start by putting these chicken breasts in the oven. Got it running at 450 up until the internal temp's gonna hit 160. Then we're gonna pull them. I'm only doing 2 today. That's because we're just making this for dinner. But if you're meal prepping it, make sure you do the full amount so you have delicious food all week long. Yeah. I've chosen to season mine with California tri-tip. It's one of my favorite rubs. You choose whatever's your favorite rub. We're getting a lot of flavor from the gumbo, so any rub that's your favorite will work great here. Next up, you're going to want to dice your celery, onion, and yellow bell peppers, your garlic, and slice up your andouille sausage. We're just looking for some little coins. I like cutting mine out of bias. Once that prep's all done, then we go to the stove. We're going to start by searing off our sausage. We just want to get some nice color on the outside, get a little caramelization happening. Now, this sausage is already fully cooked, plus we're going to add it in later while all the rice cooks. So not worried about cooking to a certain temperature, just looking for color here. We're gonna go about 2 minutes aside, but we're gonna watch it. Some of these are a little thinner than others, some are a little thicker, and we're just gonna make sure they all have a nice color on them. And then we're gonna pull them out and put them back in this bowl and set them to the side for now. We're gonna use them again later. Once they got some good color on them, that's when you know they're done. So we're gonna pull these out. You can leave all that fat behind, don't worry about it. Don't you dare take out this fond. This is gonna be so much flavor, and we want it in our dish. Next, we're gonna go in with our tallow. Now we're just gonna leave that until it fully melts. Then we'll add in the starch. After the tallow is fully melted, we're going to go in with our arrowroot starch. This is how we're going to make our gluten-free roux. So just mix that around until it fully incorporates. Make sure there are no dry spots, no lumps remaining. Then we're going to go back to the stove. We're going to turn it down to medium-low heat this time, and we're just going to slowly work it around using a wooden spoon, help scrape up some of that fond, deglazing the pot, while also cooking that roux out and getting a deeper, more complex flavor. This should only take us 5 to 15 minutes max if you have it on really low temp. Once the roux has had a chance to cook down and you scrape up that fond, we're going in with all our veggies. We're going to turn the stove back up to a medium-high heat and let these cook down for 3 to 5 minutes. Just soften up a little bit, keep stirring them, and then we'll be back to add the garlic. After the veggies have had a chance to soften up, we're going in with all that garlic. And yes, we're using 12 cloves of garlic here. Can you really have too much garlic? Come on. We're going to keep this garlic in here for just about a minute. Don't want it to burn, just want it to loosen up, and then we'll be back.
So, not all of ours are perfect, and you might have seen, unlike me in the last take, that this stuck to the bottom of the pot. I didn't. And we have a gas stove.
After that garlic has had a chance to loosen up, we're going in with all our spices. I like throwing them in a little cup on the side. That way you can drop them in all at once. Just giving it a quick mix, making sure it's fully incorporated in there. Next, we're going in with our 2 cups uncooked, unwashed rice. It is important that it's not rinsed or washed. We need the starch in the outside to thicken up this gumbo. Going straight in there, just giving it a nice mix. We're going to start adding our broth in slow increments, just making sure it's fully incorporated and that all the starch is fully dissolved into the liquids. Once you see it start fully incorporating, you can add it a little quicker. We're going to go in with 6 to 8 cups of broth here. Now that's going to come down to how much of the broth your rice absorbs. Once you have the first couple cups of broth in, it's pretty fully incorporated, then you can just go in with the rest of it. Make sure to add back in the sausage and all the juice in there. We want those flavors back in this dish as it slowly cooks down and spreads all that flavor. After everything's back in the pot, we're going to return this just to a simmer, cover it, and let it cook all the way until the rice is fully cooked. If you run out of liquid in here, you can just add a little more broth or a little more water, but we'll come back once all this rice has fully cooked. After that rice has fully cooked, it should look something like this. Now, let's plate it up with some sliced chicken breast on top, and let's try it. All right, let's get a bite of this. I want some with a little bit of everything. Some of the rice, sausage, some chicken. Make sure to get some of that hot sauce and green onion on top. Can't wait. That is good. The andouille sausage adds so much flavor, nice spice to it, just a hint of sweetness. The chicken pairs perfectly with it. Nice freshness from the green onion on top. Real thick, creamy base with the gumbo. I'm telling you, you've got to try this one. It warms up great. You'll be happy all week long. The macros are there. You can add more chicken if you need more protein in. It's a winner all around. I'm very happy with how this recipe turned out, and I'm sure you will be too. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.